Welcome to the GPuncher tutorial. This tutorial is about the SUPERNESTER version of the software, which is a self-programming version with little input from the user. We're going to get G-code from DXF to G-code automatically with little intervention. Use the necessary intervention, and I'm going to show you how. First of all, you need to make sure, because GPuncher SUPERNESTER has this option available, which is reposition and punch in dead zone. Doesn't have to be if you keep the dead zone proper dead zone, but in this case we're not gonna do so. We're gonna punch into the dead zone, so I'm gonna turn it on. Also, we need some other options on to link all the necessary functions to directly create from DXF to G-code. And some of them is this one here, Auto Tool Lab, link to Nester, and all these. Turn them on, and I'm gonna the maximum number of joins per part is gonna be 6. And we're gonna go on with these options. Okay, if you have more questions about this, and we can talk later, give me a call. Okay, I'm gonna close, and the next step is to bring in the DXF files, and the only way to automate the DXF to G-code is with the folder option. There is no other way, so click on the folder even if it is a single file, and I'm gonna say folder, and I'm gonna find the files. I have 12 files arranged here, so I'm just gonna click it. And as you can see, GPuncher start processing the punch inside and auto tooling. Now you got the tools, and the auto nester pops up. So I'm gonna feed the auto nester with enough material. I'm gonna give it 1000. It depends on how many parts you wanna get per, but the more you give it, the better. It really doesn't matter. So I'm gonna say okay. I'm gonna change all because I need 20 parts of each, 22 parts. I'm not gonna allow to rotate freely because some tools cannot rotate. I should say 0, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna allow to rotate. 0 doesn't rotate, 0 fixed, and 90 increments. It allows the part to be rotated 90 plus 90 plus 90 plus 90. Tool's gonna be lost, but GPuncher auto tools it again during the process. It does it automatically, and we're gonna see that. I want you to see that. Okay, the settings, the useful area is gonna have a gap for to be so the sheet is solid at 3/4 on the left, 3/4 on the top, 3/4 on the right, and 2.5 on the bottom. We can get deeply into the dead zone because remember we turn on the option for punching the dead zone, but I want one on the bottom to be solid, so I'm gonna put 2.5. Okay, but it can be wherever because the software is gonna move back and forth the clamps anyway, and 3/4 spacing in between parts. It can be less. Okay, and I'm gonna give it 65 seconds total to do calculations. You can stop it before that, before the software reaches that. Okay, so I'm gonna say okay, and I'm gonna say nested. And it's calculating different scenarios. You can stop at any time, so I'm gonna do so. I say stop, yes, and I'm gonna see all the results. The auto nester came out with 6 results. I'm gonna be looking number 3, for example, and you see here that you're getting all the parts that you requested. You requested 22, you get it 22, and you can scroll down, up and down, and you can see the amounts batch. So you're getting all you need, and then the sheet where you can see what you're gonna get. And basically that's it. So I'm gonna see another result. I'm gonna see number 5. I kind of like number 5, so I'm gonna see number 6. See what we get. I'm gonna go with number 5, so I'm gonna say all results, number 5. and then I click export to GPuncher. So GPuncher is gonna receive. Now you get a warning: hey, Sampa lost tools because they were rotated by the AutoNester. You wanna retool up? You say yes because it needs to get the tools again. So I'm gonna say yes. And now it's auto tooling and figured it out the punching side. And there we go. It's done. Now the priority bags for the sequencing pops up. You can move the tools up and down for tell the software which one should punch first and which one last. Like in this case, I'm gonna move only the square to be last, and that's gonna punch last on every single sheet. So now I'm gonna say sequence by system. Now it's basically figuring out the sequence for every single sheet. Remember, we had about 10 or 11 sheets to get the 22 pieces we need of each part. And there we go. Now it's saying, okay, go ahead and generate G-code. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use the letter O character at the program number, programming character, percentage at the bottom, and I don't need anything at the top. And I'm gonna start on the 1500. The program is gonna be generated. Program number is gonna be 1500, 1501, 1502, and so on. Okay, and I'm gonna click generate full. First of all, let's clean up the folder where I'm gonna put the G code. Let me kind of go there. Hold on, and we're gonna put it in. I don't know, let's see. Let me go to this. Go to file location, and it's gonna be GPuncher, G code, AutoNester, and I'm gonna clean it up. I'm gonna delete all this G code. We're gonna put it here, okay? So I'm gonna minimize, and I'm gonna say generate, and I'm gonna find that folder, the folder that we use empty. And I'm gonna go to program files, sketch line, GPuncher, G code, and AutoNester. Okay, and I'm gonna click OK. So now GPuncher is generating the G code. Let's give it a time is, as you can see, it brings up every single sheet and generate G code for. Now it's saying, do you want to print a full report? The report has some options, like you want to see the parts included in the report. You can turn it on. I'm not going to include it because I don't need to, and it would be way too long. Grayed out, and the list numbers, so you correlate the part number with what is on the sheet. And I'm going to print it. I'm going to say use print full report. And I'm going to save it in same where the G code was saved. And I'm going to overwrite the full report. Yes. Now GPuncher is numbering the parts, so they come up in the report. They seem like a big number, but when you print out the report, they're going to be small numbers, visible numbers. But GPuncher is telling you the number each part is assigned. It's processing all the sheets. Okay, it's done. Now let's go look at the folder. Now you can see generated 11 pieces of G code. Let's open one, and you can see the G code. The G code is ready for your parts to be punched. Okay. Then look at a couple more. That's all you need to punch your parts. Basically, you didn't do much. GPuncher did it for you. And now GPuncher correctly is going to assign the tools. The punching side is going to be correct, and the direction is going to be correct. So there we go. That's the G code, the GPuncher generated, and also the full report. Let's open it. We have the full report here. Let's scroll up to start from the beginning. It gives you a resume of all the parts that you ask that you want to punch and how many you getting, and it gives you the list number. In this case, this part sketch 10 is number 1, sketch 5 is number 2, and so on. Now we go to a setup sheet. As you can see, grayed out. That's the option that I turn on for grayed out labels. Okay, shaded areas. If you turn it off, it would be all clear. Anyway, so you can see here, sketch 10 got the number 1, sketch 5 number 2, and so on and so on. Number 3, 1, 2, and 3. When you look at the sheet, it should be 1, 2, and 3. So you identify the parts. We're going to through all the report. This is the second one, and it has the number. This is nesting sheet 2. Is the sheet 2. Sheet 3, and it has the parts again, 1, 4, and 3. You can see it here, 1, 4, and 3. This part 4, 4, 4, 4, 1, and 3, and so on. Let's go back. Let's go down to all the sheet, the last one, and as you can see, inside with the item 11, which is 2 pieces, and that's what you're looking at. Fair enough. I'm going to close it and see a little bit about the bolt. When the SUPERNESTER generated 11 sheets, so you get what you were asking for. You were asking for 22 pieces each. At sheet 1, you gotta run 5 pieces of this nesting. Sheet 2, you gotta run 1. Sheet 3, you gotta run 5. It's up here on the top. And when you print it out, the setup sheet is there. For example, number 7, you gotta run 11 of these to get 22 pieces of each. Same thing here, you gotta run 1, and sheet 11. Oops, let me click it. Sheet 11, you gotta run 5 of them. And basically that's it. Thanks for attending, and any question you can always call me. My name is Joe Torres, and my phone number is 209-740-4682. Thank you. Bye bye.